DOMINIC RAAB was caught winking at Angela Rayner during Prime Minister's questions. The Deputy Prime Minister lashed out at his counterpart for failing to support the RMT strikes last week. DOMINIC RAAB accused Deputy Labour leader Angela Rayner of being a champagne socialist for attending an opera festival. In the heat of the row, Mr. RAAB winked at Ms. Rayner while Tory MPs jeered her. One person wrote, "Loving every minute of this, isn't he? Wiping the floor with Rayner." While Lisa Marshall said, "What was that wink?" Alan Henning added, "I saw that wink, it was brilliant." Labour MP Toby Perkins noted, "I will never unsee DOMINIC RAAB's wink from the dispatch box at Angela Rayner. I feel soiled." Ms. Rayner shared the comment and added, "Imagine how I feel." Ms. Rayner quoted Mr. RAAB's past view that people who use food banks simply have a cash flow problem, adding, "He doesn't. He spent over £1 million in 9 months on private jets. It shows how out of touch this government is. At this rate, by 2030 1 million more people will be using food banks. How many more working people will be pushed into poverty by his Prime Minister before he says enough is enough?" The Deputy Prime Minister replied, "If the Labour Party, if she wants to help working people, they should be clear in standing up against these militant, reckless strikes." He accused Ms. Rayner of having flip-flopped in her position on the strikes, adding, "She talks about working people. Where was she when the comrades were on the picket line last Thursday? Where was she when the Labour front bench were joining them rather than standing up for the public?" Ms. Rayner challenged Boris Johnson to call a general election as she claimed Britons will have endured 55 tax rises if the Prime Minister was to stay in post until 2030. She repeatedly asked Mr. RAAB if he and the cabinet will continue to prop up Mr. Johnson or come to a point where they decide enough is enough. Speaking in the Commons, Mississippi, Rayner said, "This week the government lost 2 by-elections in one day, the first in 3 decades. It's no wonder that the Prime Minister has fled the country and left the honourable member to carry the can. The people of Wakefield and Tiverton held their own vote of no confidence. The Prime Minister isn't just losing the room, he is losing their country. But instead of showing some humility, he intends to limp on until the 2030s. So, does he think the cabinet will prop him up for this long?" Deputy Prime Minister Mr. RAAB replied, "I gently point out to her that we want this Prime Minister going a lot longer than she wants the leader of Labour Party." He noted, "We have got a working majority of 75 and we are focusing on delivering for the British people.